Now in this video we will take the another very important concept of the chapter, this chapter, that is Fleming right hand rule. Okay, so in the last video we all know about the Fleming left hand rule, which is used to find the direction of motion of a conductor. Okay, so thumb, middle finger and the forefinger, three fingers are used which are mutually perpendicular to each other, and in that Fleming left hand rule we are easily find out the direction of motion of a conductor, and that rule we apply to the electric motor. Now let us see in the last video again we are take very important concept, okay, recent videos, that is electromagnetic induction. So in the electromagnetic induction we observe that by changing the magnetic field, okay, we observe that by changing the magnetic field we produce the electric current, voltage, and that electric current is also called as induced current. Okay, one point you have to remember, that current is also called as an induced current. Induced current. Okay, so what is induced current actually? In induced is nothing but the production of electric current, induced current, by changing the magnetic field. Right? We take a coil, we take a magnetic field. By changing the magnetic field, we observe that the galvanometer shows the diffraction. Okay, presence of current is there. So that is due to the electromagnetic induction. So that current which is generated by that phenomenon is nothing but what? Induced current, which is observed by Michael Faraday. That is we called in last class simple voltage or current, but actually the name is induced current. Now we take here the new law, very simple law, that is Fleming right hand rule. Okay, the new one is Fleming right hand rule. So here we use the Fleming right hand rule to find out the direction of induced current. So left hand rule is used to find the direction of motion of a conductor, right? In which direction the electric motor, okay, the ABCD, AB move downward, CD move upward, that is decided by using Fleming left hand rule. Okay, that is motion of a conductor. We pass the current, the coil start to rotate. In which direction rotate? It is defined by the Fleming left hand rule. So now in this method, in this law, we are easily find out the direction of induced current. Okay, we rotate the coil and the current is produced by changing the magnetic field, and that direction of current is decided by the Fleming right hand rule. So I write here before statement, I write the use of this law is used to which law? Right hand. Okay, not confused. Left is for motion conductor, right for induced current. Okay, so this is used to find the direction of find the direction of what? Induced current. Remember this point, induced current. Remember this point, very important point, induced current, very important point, induced current. Which law? Fleming right hand rule. We used to find out the direction of induced current. So what is the statement here? So see here, both are different. Fleming, the first difference between left hand rule and the right hand rule. Fleming left is used for motion of a conductor, right is used for find the direction of induced current. That is one difference. Okay, that is one difference here. That is the main difference between Fleming right and left hand rule. So our statement is same. Right here the first statement of this one. So I can write here statement. Very important statement for 1 to 2 marks. Very important for 1 to 2 marks. State Fleming right hand rule. Okay. So statement here: stretch, forefinger. See, forefinger means this one, first finger. This first finger is, so this is thumb, this is forefinger, this is middle finger, this is ring finger, it is pinky finger. Okay, so we can take this one, forefinger, also called as first finger. Okay, so stretch forefinger. How it is, I can explain later on. So stretch forefinger, middle finger, and thumb in such a way that they are mutually perpendicular to each other so simple statement. So write down 3 1. First is forefinger. So that forefinger indicates dash. Next one, middle finger indicates, and then thumb indicates. So see here, first one in such, so that is one our first work is like that. So take your right hand and in such a way that they are mutually like that. Okay, they are mutually, see here in all the directions they are 90 degrees to each other. Okay, this is like that. Okay, so this is what the flaming right hand rule. This is the motion of a 3-1 like that line. Okay, based on the situation. So like that. So here this is the thumb, forefinger and the middle finger, right? So here one time function. The function of this forefinger is used to same one magnetic field, same as left hand rule. Okay. So next middle finger is changed here. So middle finger indicates the induced current. In left hand rule only current, but here induced current. Okay. And the thumb indicates same one motion. Okay, motion of a conductor. So simple one, there is no difficulty here. Okay, simple statement. This statement is called as flaming right hand rule. So we use again 3 fingers, thumb, forefinger and middle finger, and they are be in such a way that mutually perpendicular to each other like that. Okay, if I draw the diagram like that, this is the thumb, this is the forefinger, and this is the middle finger like that. So thumb indicates the motion, and it is a field, and it is what? Induced current. So see also that all are 90 degrees to each other. So mutually perpendicular to each other. So this is what flaming right hand rule, that is very important. If the field and the motion of a conductor are mutually perpendicular to each other, in that case what happens? There is a highest induced current. That is important point to remember. When the current is highest, when the induced current is highest in the coil, so which condition? When motion and the field are mutually perpendicular to each other, right? 90 degree right angle to each other. When the motion, the angle between motion of a conductor and the field is 90 degree right angle to each other, then the induced current is the highest. So that is one point you have to be remember, right? So this is what the flaming right hand rule, and this rule we use to find out the direction in electric generator. So left hand in electric motor and right hand is used to find the direction of induced current in the electric generator. So next video we are taking the electric generator, the meaning, the principle, the working and the diagram of electric generator and with the labeling. So you understand, if you want to understand that one clearly, means you have to be memorize this statement first. Okay, if you know this one, you are easily find out the direction of current in the electric generator. Okay, that is very important. So practice, write on this law first. Okay, and memorize all these points for the function of forefinger, middle finger and the thumb. First memorize the functions of each finger, and then watch the second video. Okay, next video, that is what? Electric generator. So for this video it is enough, students. This is what the flaming right hand rule. Okay, like that. Okay, so hold this like that. So this is thumb, forefinger and the middle finger. Thumb indicates right motion. Repeat with me. Thumb indicate motion, forefinger indicate magnetic field, and the middle finger indicate induced current. Okay, like hold the right hand, and this is flaming, hold like that. The left hand do like that, and it is a right hand do hold like that. They are mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, if the field and the motion is 90 degree to each other, right angle to each other, in that case the induced current is highest. That is one point you have to remember. Okay, so this is what for today's this video, that is flaming right hand rule. In the next video we take the very important concept, the electric generator, for as a point of examinations. Okay, so please write down this one. We meet in the next video, and thank you for watching this video. Okay.